Hey, reach up there and pull those belts tight. One more time, you're watching the original Rebels Racing League.
I think I had more problems with the mic there. And we got an early caution here. Don't worry, folks. We'll get this all figured out eventually. Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. See what we had happening. Ooh, 32 got loose. And we got a big one there, Jesse, early on. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Looks like one of them got stuck in the wall, a little loose there. You know, those first lap jitters and plus cold tires. I swear we have a wreck early on in this league almost every single race. So that's unfortunately not very surprising.
Yeah, it looked like Warren almost had it gathered up and got clipped from behind by looks like Coach got him. Tough break for him.
Sorry about that, folks. As we've had technical difficulties, we've had certain sound issues. The PC's been crashing. We've lost the server a few times. You got some storms rolling through here. Texas, always fun in tropical storm season, but hopefully it will be smooth sailing from here on out, and we will be crashing less than the drivers on track at least.
But who knows, Matt? Maybe this race will turn out like the ARCA race. Last night they ran here at Homestead and got an early caution on maybe the second lap. And then after that, we ran the rest of the race under green. So
Yeah, that was an exciting watch, man. I was at work, but I got to kick back and kind of enjoy a lot of that. Man, it's fun watching those ARCA races. What you damn near had a win there if we didn't have Clark Kent join the race.
yeah, yeah. He's like I said last night, he's tough to beat. No matter what car he's in or what track it is. If he's on track, you're gonna struggle to beat him.
Speaking of old Clark Kent, or also known as Jason Warren, he is your defending champ, and he was involved in that very first wreck, unfortunately. You see him sitting there on pit lane. It's a tough sight to see so early in the race. But that's just the way it shakes out sometimes, man. Nonetheless, we got Zach Wetstein, Garrett Kinder, Clint Reese, Jeff Paisley, Eddie Smith are your top five. We're going to try to restack them here and get rolling once again. Real quick, I'd like to give a shout out to our series sponsor, Jason Reisman Insurance with the Keswick Group for all your life insurance needs. Hit up our man Jason, awesome dude. He is the Saturday Night Sunday Cup Series sponsor. It is, I cannot read it from here. I believe it is Reisman.getinsured@gmail.com if I'm not mistaken. Nonetheless, you guys can read from your TV screen, as I
Yep.
cannot.
You got it. You got it right.
Oh my.
Riceman.getinsured@gmail.com. You had it right.
Yeah, well, I can't remember anything I got to do the rest of the day, but I can remember that, so I'll take it. About to restack them here. Hopefully we'll get some green flags racing in, which I know we will. These guys are too good not to. So eventually this thing's going to run green here in our Mission 22 at Homestead Cup Series race. It's hard to give any call outs here when we had a wreck there early in lap 1, but we'll see what happens from here. I'm sitting here on pins and needles hoping I don't have any more technical issues and I can't focus on the race, unfortunately. And they are green. Jesse, here we go. One more time. We're going to try this again. Zach Wetstein leading them into turn 1. Already opening up a big gap as it looks like they're going 3 wide behind them. So much for settling in. They want to get it going right now.
Yes, sir. We got a long race too. We got 133 laps tonight, so
it's tough because for those that don't know, with sim racing, like when we get double file starts like that, you're not necessarily trying to race the guy next to you, but you're also trying not to get run over. So sometimes it looks like you're being aggressive when really you're kind of just hanging on for dear life and waiting for it to sort out is usually what the case is. So we got Jeff Paisley working on the inside there for P3 against Garrett Kinder. Jeff is a guy you find up front quite a bit and finds himself in a lot of trouble as well. Oh, someone's sniffing his bumper too.
that looks like the 97 of Chris Bass. He's one of the newer guys.
Chris Bass, and if I'm not mistaken, he joined late last season, but he grabbed a win right away too. So this guy has got some talent.
Yep, quick, super quick.
As we see the 16 there, just Tyler Gatke in that A&W root beer, which I love, by the way. Got a little loose coming out of the turn. Looks like they're trying to get settled in here. We got a caution. Oof. Well, that's not good. Let's back this sucker up, see what happens.
Looks like possibly the 37.
Show me a Justin. Ooh, there we go. Brandon Wallace. Justin Hendry, coach again. I mean, that's rough stuff right there. I can't tell what started that from my angles here. That's what you get when you get a hot track. It's already loose. You're going to have a lot of slipping and sliding. It takes one guy to lose control to cause a big pile up like that.
I'm still trying to get used to this end of it. Trying to find these crashes and help you out.
I'm still learning some of these controls over here myself, so. And I got a secret nuke button over here that if I hit it, it crashes everything and blows it up, so. Don't want to do that. It's like that old game, Minesweeper, remember that? Like the
Oh yeah.
first computer games. We'd all sit there in school and play it, and we had no idea what we were doing. That's what it reminds me of. You probably did. You're smart, but I sure as hell didn't. Well, just like that, Clint Reese has worked his way up to the second spot. 42 Exxon mobile machine. Little Days of Thunder throwback. He runs that every week, but I do love that paint scheme.
Yeah, just clean and simple. Another good looking car tonight on the track is Seth Griffith. His car looked pretty good.
I gotta go find him. There he is. Oh yeah, I mean, got the Mission 22, and he pulled it off with some red and black and silver and some zebra striping. That's pretty sick, man.
Yeah, it looks good. Representing Reaper Racing on the quarter panels.
Oh yeah, you gotta know who you're hitting when you run them over, because
Yeah.
Griff is our man. That guy does so much for the league. He's an awesome dude. Military veteran. Of course, he's going to be all about that Mission 22 there. Which we do have to hand out the Smil Racing Design's Best Paint Award, so keep your eye up on that for me. You'll have a chance to check out more paints than I will, probably.
Yeah, I'm watching.
I do like Garrett Kinder's too with that
Yeah.
American flag, man.
All his paint jobs that he does always come out great.
Garrett Kinder, another league admin, Dirt Series commissioner, Reaper Racing team owner, good buddy of ours. Unfortunately, he's from Oklahoma, but we'll forgive him from that.
I don't forgive him.
Yeah, right. Hopefully we didn't lose our national audience there with all these technical difficulties and early cautions. Should be fun though, going from here on out. We are double stacked. We're getting ready to fire this thing up one more time. Here, Jesse, just for you, we're going to play that Larry Mack video, okay?
Let's do it.
Hey, reach up there and pull those belts tight. One more time, you're watching the original Rebels Racing League.
And we love ourselves some Larry McReynolds, NASCAR on Fox. Thanks, Larry, for shouting us out there. And yes, folks, that really is Larry McReynolds. That is not Photoshop. That is not editing. I could not edit that if I tried to. So it's really awesome that we have that. Pace car dives in. Here we go. Zach Wetstein one more time, leading them to the start-finish line. Clint Reese is not going to give him much breathing room.
Zach got an amazing start there.
Took a big jump up there. Looks like Clint is committed to that high line. Look at all those cars, man. We got awesome full fields here over at Original Rebels Racing League. Can make for a little messy at times, but some very exciting racing. And with Chris Bass, he is, I thought he was going to be patient, but I guess not. He is going for it now.
And you got Eddie Smith now peeking into the picture, wanting to get out front.
That is a heavyweight fight up front right there, right now. I could not hold these guys jockstrap, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, we got some aliens in here for sure.
Eddie Smith, Chris Bass, Garrett Kinder working on position 5 to work himself into that top 5 over Jeff Paisley in that 7. And don't count out our friendly neighborhood Canadian in that A&W machine, number 16, Tyler Gatke from Oval Addicts. He's got a lot of talent too. We don't get to race together much, but man, when I'm on the track, I'm always around Tyler, and I love racing with him. Wrong button there. But hey.
Watch that nuke button.
Yeah, no kidding. That Kinder Farm and Ranch Rickage Rewind, man. Hopefully those cows don't,
Going three wide right here.
Yes, they are.
Joey in the middle.
I bet you he is not really digging that. I don't know what you do there other than hang on tight. Because it is
And it's
not easy to go 3 wide sometimes.
especially at this track, it's slick, and yeah, it could be tough. One bobble from one person, you're gonna wipe out quite a few guys.
While that was going on, we had Eddie Smith in that 87 machine overtake the lead. I am showing a couple people off track, but no yellow. Yeah, we'll try to get to a spot there where we can go back and check that for you folks. We had an incident back in the pack. A couple people. We got Tyler Rice, Kai Shappert. They're going to be down pit lane right now. Nonetheless, Eddie Smith is your leader and slowly building on that with a 0.4 second lead over Zach Wetstein, Clint Reese, Chris Bass, Jeff Paisley are your top 5. Working towards the back of the pack here, we got Sam Wetstein working outside of Chuck Phelps. Of course, both those guys are strongly supports of our veterans themselves nonetheless. I love all these paint teams out here. Good job, guys.
Yeah, all the cars are looking real good.
Jonah Colbert working around Garrett Kinder for P7. Kinder falling back a little bit. It looks like he got a little crinkle there on that right side, or is that just me? He might have got flirting with that wall too much, and that wall decided to take him to bed. Got some action back here. This mid of the pack from position 16. Robert Dudley in that 49 Toyota. He's working on the 03 of Ryan Pendleton.
Robert Dudley's one of our new members, same as Pendleton. I think this is Pendleton's first Cup race with us as well. But I ran with Pendleton a few times on dirt, and man, he's quick.
Yeah, I love it when those dirt guys, when they come over here and try this asphalt stuff. Especially if they're really good on dirt, and then you're like, well, why do I want to go run somewhere and be in the back when I know I'm good? So
Right.
I appreciate them making that jump, man.
Yeah, and he's definitely holding his own. He's doing pretty good on track right now.
Oh yeah, he's currently in position 16 there, running that high line. Of course, dirt guys, they know how to run a high line. I'll give them that.
And where did he start? Did he start back in 29th, it looks like, or am I seeing that wrong?
No, I think you're seeing that right. He is up 14 spots, along with Robert Dudley. They are currently sitting to be our Ray Cobb Hard Charge Award winners. So easy on those tires, buddy. You don't have dirt cooling them off.
Yeah.
We're going to check back in. Looks like Eddie Smith up front was working around some lap traffic here at Charles Stevens in the 88. I know Charles must have found trouble because he's not wanting to get lapped so quickly.
I was talking to some of the drivers earlier, and we're looking at about 55 to 60 on a fuel window, so we'll see if we can stay green, how this plays out.
133 laps, 24 down, coming to 25 here. 133 laps. How long is that, Jesse? Is that 200 miles?
You gotta question me on
Aren't you a
life,
math whiz?
right? Honestly, I'm not sure off the top of my head. I'll have to pull up the schedule and check.
Actually, I
Yeah,
believe that's
it
200
is.
miles.
It is 200 miles.
Yeah. There you go. So kids, write that down real quick. 133
Yeah,
times 1.5 is 200.
yeah. And next week we'll be at Richmond, so that'll be an exciting short track race.
Ugh, I hate Richmond. Won't matter though. If my computer crashes on me, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna make it anyway. Eddie Smith is currently your leader, followed by Chris Bass in that 97 machine. Glad to see Chris finally made it. I know he's been wanting to get in these cup races. He just had stuff going on all week. It's part of what you get, though, with an older league or generally a 35 and older league. It means guys have a life, and, you know, so they're going to miss some stuff there. Zach Wetstein, your Peg-Leg Felts pole winner, he has dropped back to the 3rd spot, settled in pretty nicely. Clint Reese in the 4th position in that 42 machine. Behind him, you got Joey Buscemi in that number 8, and looks like Jeff Paisley was peeking in on him, trying to get around him.
Joey's done pretty good. He started this race back in 13th, so
Joey's making some moves, man, getting up there. And we got Jonah Colbert, our defending ARCA Series champion, that 31 machine. He's worked his way all the way up to position 7. Garrett Kinder lost 6 spots from the start, but nonetheless, he's still in the top 10 at P8. Closely behind is his teammate Seth Griffith in that 12, position 9. And rounding out your top 10, Chuck Peg-Leg Felts, Jesse's sleeper pick. So we're going to make a run through the field here. Position 11, Robert Dudley, also working around some lap traffic. Chris Reese in that 62 machine. I don't know what to put. I'm sorry, I got stuck reading his profile. That's some funny stuff. He's going to fit in just fine.
yes, definitely. That's awesome.
I like finishing 19th out of 7 cars. Hey, man, you fit right in, buddy. I'll join you in the back of the pack. Anyway, moving along. 23, Aaron Adcock. Sitting in position 13, as I'm still laughing. 03, Rodham Pendleton, we talked about earlier. He is currently running 15th. I'm sorry, 14th, up 15 spots. 98, Sam Wetstein is your driver sitting in position 15. Zach's dad is his claim to fame. Smoking Sam Wetstein. 16th now, Michael Swink, our Outlaw Series commissioner, number 18, Ford Mustang. Outside him, Josh the King Lokenvitz, our Super Speedway King. Out of Baxter, Iowa, retired Sergeant First Class, U.S. Army. As he just gets passed, well, according to my timing, by Tyler Getke, open wheel man right there, out of Kitchener, Canada, A&W Ford Mustang. I have an A&W restaurant in my hometown, which is very, very rare. But man, that's kind of making me homesick. Position 19, number 69, Big Fish Motorsports, Spencer Gay. P20 right now, up 6 spots from his starting spot, is the 01 OG, Day 1 Original Rebel, Mickey Isaac, retired military veteran. Position 21, Jason Lottridge, fresh off a Daytona ARCA Series win in that number 48 machine, the Mission 22 paint scheme. Position 22, Brett Grunwald in that number 5, Arcadia Motorsports. P23, one of my favorites, even without a front end, Brandon Wallace in that number 99 out of Odessa, Texas. Brandon, another Day 1 original member. Love that guy to death, Brandon. You'll be all right, buddy. Defending regular season champ Cameron Combs, all the way back in position 24, but up 8 spots in that Toyota RTR Motorsports, number 15 machine. Speaking of, his team owner and teammate is behind him, Justin Hendry in that number 85 Toyota. Position 26, obviously got into some trouble earlier. Number 3, Coach Deadman. P27, 66 of Tia Swank. As we unfortunately are coming across the guys that found trouble. And number 88, Big Fish Motorsports, Charles Stevens. Currently sitting in position 28. Number 33, I love that number very much, thank you. JT Money Josh Thompson, Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet. P30, we got Kai Shappert, U.S. Air Force veteran. Position 31, Aaron Mack, go ahead, buddy.
We missed it, Matt, but sometime during this time we got a leader change, so Chris Bass got by Eddie Smith for the lead.
Well, we were kind of talking about Chris as quietly someone to keep an eye on, because a lot of these guys don't know who he is, but we do. So there it is, man. I was beginning to wonder if anybody was going to beat Eddie all season, to be honest with you. So
I was thinking the same thing. Eddie was going to be the one to beat all year long, but Chris Smith has something under his sleeve for sure.
We're definitely feeling some tire wear coming into play here, though, as these guys are settled in, and I don't believe anybody's pit to this point. So 36 laps tires, that's a tough pill to swallow right there.
Yeah, the front guys are about 2 seconds off pace from fresh set of tires right now.
Right along with our leader, Chris Bass, he lifts way early, all the way. Oh, wow, it feels like you're crawling around the corner when you're doing that right there. And it looks like he barely got on the accelerator, but honestly, he dropped it down. That's just no tires. He's lifting way early in 1 and 2, running the midline. Yeah, they're feeling them tires, so it'll be serious. Are they curious to see if they're going to sit and wait for some caution, or if they're going to start this green flag pit cycle? Good Lord, I can't talk. Of all the things going on today, I can't talk either. Jonah Colbert, your ARCA champion, is up to P2 now. Wow, he feels like he's got a lot more in his car than Chris does. So he could take this lead if he's not careful.
Yeah, it looks like Jonah's getting in a little better, and then you got Bass coming off a little better.
Well, we kind of called it. A couple early cautions and then green flag race, and that tends to be the way of the original Rebels for whatever reason. And, well, they're just proving it again tonight. Currently 26 cars on the lead lap. Most of the rest of them found early trouble. Sun is setting with a little cloud cover. Maybe that'll cool off the track a little bit. Bet you the next time these guys get tires, it's going to feel like a completely different race car.
Yeah, one of the tough things about the green flag pit stops is there's people who try to short pit and then they come off and someone spins out, and it just causes trouble on these fresh tires, and especially on this track, the tires are slick for the first couple laps. So a few times I've been caught in that pickle where I've tried to pit, come out, and then it always seems like someone spins out on new sets of tires.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. All season 1 and whatever I ran in season 2, I was the same thing. I'd stay out as long as I possibly could because I always felt like there was going to be a caution as soon as I pit.
Yeah.
And it would usually bite me in the butt, man. Because, you know, it would stay green, or as soon as I pit, caution would come out anyway. Or, you know, but if it stayed green, I lost all that time on the track. So it's so tough, man. I hate green flag stops, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I love the long green flag runs, but when it comes to pit strategy, I'm horrible with it.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, they're all screaming for a caution because they don't want to do it either. Everybody except maybe Jonah and Chris up front there.
And Jonah's to him. I just don't know if he has enough grip to get around him. But he's there.
Yeah, he reeled him in. Just going on board with him, it felt like Jonah had a lot more grip and a lot more speed. So I actually thought this was going to be happening a lot sooner than it is. But is it all for naught? Because they may have to start pit stops here, and he spent 45 laps catching the leader only to start all over again, you know?
Yep.
He is up 6 spots from his starting position, so that's a solid run by these two. They're both up 6 spots. Chris Bass content around that mid to high line, and Jonah is similar to me. He is a bottom feeder. He's going to take it to the bottom no matter what. Justin Hendry, you saw diving down the pit lane there. He's laps down with early trouble and damage on his car. No quick repairs in this series, so once they get damaged, they got to deal with it the rest of the night. It makes it tough. It looks like 37 there is trying to let the leaders by and got himself into the wall a little bit. Back here, these guys are still racing. Good tires, bad tires, they don't care, man. Clint Reese, Jeff Paisley, Joey Buscemi, all working for, looks like, position 5.
Jeff Paisley is one of those who's always pretty consistent. You see him towards the front, but it seems like he gets a lot of bad luck as well.
He does, because usually his bad luck catches me as well, for whatever reason. So I can tell you firsthand, he is does not have a horseshoe stuffed up his rear end, if you will. Looks like Clint's another one of those decided he's going to stick to that wall no matter what. There is multiple group racing here, so it does make for exciting stuff. Right now, his closest action on the track. Did Clint get into the wall, or is he trying to? Oh, he's trying to get into the pits there. Looks so. Green flag stops. Looks like they are starting. Clint Reese, Joey Buscemi, they are teammates, by the way, pitting together here on lap 49, coming to 50. Wrong damn button. What I meant to do was show you guys Tyler Gatke also coming down pit lane. And as they do that, here come the leaders around the horn. Still Chris Bass, followed closely by Jonah Colbert.
It looked like Clint Reese had maybe an issue during his pit stop because he's about 17 and a half seconds, so he lost a few seconds during that. Not sure if maybe he's been riding that high line, so maybe he wanted to stay in an extra 3 seconds, try to get some repairs done.
Yeah, it's tough, man, because that wall just likes to reach out and grab you all the time. We call them wall gremlins. I mean,
And there it is, Jonah to the front.
you got it. Jonah Colbert, your defending ARCA Series champion, he has assumed the lead here at Homestead on lap 51. And that 37 Ford Mustang out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. If I had $1 for every Oklahoma we had in this league, I'd be rich. Oh, he's not even playing around either. He's opening up a big lead.
Got Chris Bass and Pendleton in the pits right now making their tire stops.
That Pendleton's one to watch out for. I believe he was the hard charger going into this cycle. So he worked all the way up there, and now he's getting some fresh rubber. He's going to be one to watch here the rest of the race. As he makes his pit lane exit. Currently just a handful of cars on the lead lap as we go through our green flag pit cycle. Jonah Colbert is your leader. Eddie Smith in position 2. Chuck Phelps in 3rd. Brett Grunwald, Cameron Combs round out your top 5 as we see how this shakes up. What do you think, Jesse? You're the series commissioner. How you liking this race so far?
So far it's good. Whoa, almost lost one right there, but yeah, we had a little bit rough start, but like you said, it almost seems like a normal occurrence. Everyone's nerves are high, excited, but once calm down a little bit, get some good racing out of these guys. And it looks like Jonah's still going, has not made his pit stops yet, so.
Yeah, I wonder what his strategy is here. You'd think he would be taking it in by now. He's probably trying to break this up into, he can't possibly to just break it into one stop. I do not know how many tires they got. You would know.
So all of the races you're gonna have 6 tires behind the wall. So, but it looks like he's possibly thinking about it. Nope. Nope. He's staying out.
That's the beautiful thing about green flag racing is we can give them all the tires they want and it doesn't matter because it comes down to tire strategy anyway. So I do love that part. It's been an exciting race so far though, 57 laps in as Zach Wetstein's working around him to get his lap back and Clint Reese. Jonah really better think about pit here. But what do I know? I'm not the leader.
Yeah, it looks like we still have 4 that have not pitted. Jonah, Eddie, Chuck, and Brett.
on for it as long as they can. Hope for a caution, which I don't think they're going to get at this point. Because we had pretty much the whole field come out on new tires. If someone was going to lose it, you think they would have done it by now.
Yeah.
Brandon Wallace in position 11 right now, I believe, is your last car in the lead lap, as top 10, 11 cars just refusing to go in for the pits right here. He is driving a modified in a cup race. Brett Grunwald, currently in P5, is up 29 spots from his starting position. Cameron Combs is down pit lane. All that being said, Jonah Colbert is still refusing to pit. He's going to hang on to that lead as long as he can. But Eddie Smith, we know, did take a pit stop, and he is already in second place. Or did he not?
No, it doesn't look like he's pit yet.
Okay, I thought he was one of the early ones. "62 laps in of 133, Mission 22 at Homestead, Original Rebels Racing League, Saturday Night Sunday Cup Series. Fueled by Jason Reisman Insurance. Reisman.getinsured@gmail.com for all your life insurance needs. Coming down to a pit strategy, fuel strategy, tire strategy, as pretty much every Rebels race does nowadays. We do not have many shootouts, especially in the Cup Series. I love this green flag racing. It's just not disappointing tonight, pretty much living up to expectations. But Jonah is a bit of a surprise in the lead right now.
Then the fastest guy we got on track who did pit 12 laps ago is Chris Bass. And he's about 3/4 of a track behind Jonah right now, but he's catching him 1.5, 2 seconds a lap almost.
See, that would make me nervous being the leader, because they're gonna catch you and pass you even before you take your pit stop, at some point. So, all that being said, he's gonna have fresher tires than everybody else later on when he finally does take a pit. Checking back in with Ryan Pendleton. He is in position 12 now. Still waiting on the rest of the cycle to go through. Up 17 spots from his start.
Yeah, and I want to give Matt Clemens a shout out. He hooked me up with the awesome Mission 22 paint job for tonight's race. So hopefully, I wasn't in the race, but hopefully I'll still be able to run that here in the future.
Yeah, I didn't mean to pull you off the track there, buddy, but
Mm-hmm. I see how it is.
yeah, I don't know. It's tough not having Magic Mike here. He's gone through some personal things. We miss you, buddy, but I
Yeah, we're
definitely don't
definitely
want to.
thinking about him.
Definitely don't want to go through it on my own, especially with all the technical difficulties.
Well, I'm trying to keep up with you. A lot of green flag racing. Cars are scattered out right now, so but race is going good. Computer's still up. Nothing's crashed, but my drink's almost empty.
Oh no, actually mine is too. Speaking of, maybe I had to yell at the kid. And did we have Eddie Smith? We did. Eddie Smith finally diving it down to pit lane. Chuck Phelps behind him.
And then that just leaves us. It looks like Jonah is the only one left to pit.
So leaving our leader out there, Jonah Colbert. Working around the beat up and banged lap traffic, unfortunately, at Coach Stedman. And here he comes, finally. Now I'm really curious. Like, I was curious when it began, but now I'm really curious to see how all this pit strategy shakes out.
Pegleg had a good pit stop with 13.8. So it looks like the best pit stop on that cycle.
That's something to keep in mind because he was hanging around in the top 10 all night there. And he's going to have the freshest rubber on the track other than Jonah Colbert coming out of this. And Eddie Smith, but we'll see here. All that talk, though, Chris Bass is your leader once again, 71 laps in as he takes a start-finish line.
I'm curious to how Jonah played out his pit stop. Looks like he maybe took 2 tires based off his pit stop time that I'm reading anyways.
That's pretty,
Ballsy.
yeah, there you go. I was trying to think of a PG-13 way to say it. So, yeah, he has got a large set of bowling balls to try that out. He must have been thinking that all along because he stayed out as long as he could, and he's like, I'm only taking 2 anyway. I'm going to come back up and be in the lead, so maybe we'll see what happens here. As he works around lap traffic in that 37. Aaron Mack got caught up in some early trouble there, Fort Riley, Kansas. That's unfortunate, man. I hate to see guys. I understand wrecks and racing and all that, but so early in the race, you put all that work in all week long, and then it's just over just like that. It can be so frustrating, man.
Yeah, definitely. We do have quite a few people that do take this pretty serious